that the reason why these reptilians is trying to shut down the energy from the moons by using these satellites that is actually infiltrating themselves as artificial trees, even animals. You see stray animals that come in your community that you have never seen before. And they have satellites implanted in these animals that they keep around your house, under your house. Especially in the projects, you may see stray cats and dogs living under your fucking project building. And what they do is they can press a button to activate those satellites to intercept the information that's coming into that building by way of those full moons, because the full moon has the same neurological component or element that is identical to the melanin that we have in our system. And so when these paradigm shifts occur, or when these planets are being born by way of what we call planet X, and planet X is the female. Europeans know this. This is why they call it planet X, because the female, the black female, is the only one who has 2 X chromosomes, planet X. All right? It's the planet of X's. What does the X represent? The X represents wisdom. Because wisdom does what? Wisdom enlightens. Wisdom helps to manifest. And in order for a civilization to manifest, it would have to have wisdom of the elements. And what is the elements that has wisdom? Water, air, earth, and fire. This is where they have the cross. They put Christ on the cross. The cross has 4 points, which is the 4 elements of astrology. And Christ represents the third eye, or the pineal gland, the third eye, because Christ died and rose on what? The third day. Even when you're studying the ribs of a woman, or when you're studying the ribs of a man, or when you're studying certain physiological systems of the female, she has 33 systems. 33 what? When you go into Freemasonry, what is the highest form degree of Freemasonry? 33 degrees. If you got 32 as a male and she got 33, then she's your master. Not in a sense where she rule you, because the European introduced that definition to you. A master has to rule you. A master is your sustainer. A master is your nurturer. But we make the master look like the oppressor. Because the person who's ruling the illusion in the matrix today is the oppressor. And so they know that they are going extinct as far as their energy. They need more energy. But our blood, the energy that's going through our blood every full moon or blood moon, that's what they call it, a blood moon, because there's energy entering into the blood of melanated people. It's information. The information is now blank. They can't read the information. And in order for them to be able to download it successfully into their computer or into their brain so that they can exist longer, they will have to be able to read that information. And this is what our ancestors knew. There was going to become a time where they couldn't read that information. And so now they don't have nothing. They don't have any type of scientific formulas or notations to be able to break down what's really going on with us. We got a question pertaining to miscarriage.
Yeah, I just generally want to know what a miscarriage is.
All right, well, a miscarriage, you have 2 types of miscarriages. You have the physical miscarriage, and then you have a traveling miscarriage. A physical miscarriage is due to the foods that we eat, the stress that we under, and the emotions that we endure, which is actually existing on low frequency due to the people around us that has given us their energy by stress, depression, things like that. Now, when you are having a traveling miscarriage, this is a fetus or a baby that travels from womb to womb. And we think that they're dying because they don't make it out of the womb and is able to exist inside of this earth, when it's not true. The traveling miscarriage is a baby who is traveling from womb to womb to unlock certain pre-encoded DNA that the person who lives here cannot unlock because they are dealing with certain people around them that has negative frequency. And 9 times out of 10, when you study in the so-called black community, we like to down a black woman and say, well, she's sleeping around with all these men, having all these kids. Most of these pregnancies that is being initiated or manifested by the black woman is done without a black male, even today inside of America. It's just that we don't know because we're not paying attention. When you go into more and all this stuff, you are not the father, you're not the father. You're right, because there is no father. She's still able to utilize the sperm that is being produced inside of her Bartholin gland. She have a Bartholin gland in which her bones, when you study her spine sends this energy into her bones, and the sperm that's in the Bartholin gland connects with this energy. And she creates a baby, which I call the traveling fetus. These are the ones that don't make it. And I will go further with that into the UFO conference as well, because she is an extraterrestrial being. She is a UFO. Because there's no other culture of women out here who can do that other than her. Because you have to have a certain type of carbon within your bones and your Bartholin gland in order to be able to initiate this type of sperm. Because the sperm that she produced in her body is not even the same type of sperm that the male was giving her. The sperm that the male was giving her is a defect type of sperm. This is why it has to be put into her for 9 months. And within these 9 months is given her characteristics, her spiritual characteristics. And she decides whether he has the characteristics. That's why the Hebrew Israelites, they're so wrong. Because they say, well, that the father has the most highest form of implications of inside of that child that comes out of the womb of the woman, when that's not true. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, when we are talking about miscarriages, we have traveling miscarriages, and this is a lot that's going on in the community. This is why Planned Parenthood set up these abortion clinics, because they know that they were going to actually have, at a time like this, before the so-called Aquarius age was coming in, they knew that there were going to be a lot of black women giving births using their Bartholin gland, even today, to get pregnancy, to become pregnant. So therefore, yes, this is what's going on. So don't feel guilty, my black women, for things that you did in the past. Because you must remember that 90% of that comes from what you produced and what everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. And this traveling fetus or this traveling baby is somebody that is in your womb as an elder. They can't stay in your womb for 9 months. Because that will make them that will give them the whole function of the matrix. The whole body of the matrix. And when you're giving them the whole function in the body of the matrix, they now have to come into this earth and become something that they don't want to become. So that's why they are in your womb only for 3 to 4 months, or 1 month, or a few weeks. Because they are only traveling fetuses. Traveling fetuses are elders. This is why the baby appears to look like a so-called alien in your womb. The eyes are bigger. They're always female. It starts off as a female. Because everything that is extraterrestrial or alien is a female. The universe is extraterrestrial and alien. Why? Because it has other celestial bodies in it. And these celestial bodies give birth. The sun gives birth to fragments of itself, which is the stars. The moon gives birth to fragments of itself, which is the stars, certain stars, immovable stars, movable stars. The movable stars are the children of the sun. The immovable stars are the children of the moon. All right? So with that much said, Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor.